Welcome to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, and welcome to a Barcelona news round today where we are going to be discussing everything from the world of FCB, and of course, so much going on right now. Two Clásicos in quick succession. We're into the Copa del Rey final. Lots to discuss on that front, but also some transfer news as well to bring you guys all of the latest and some more. It's coming right up. Let's do this. And first of all, following that Copa del Rey win at the Bernabeu last night, fantastic time of course. Whenever we beat Real Madrid, I always enjoy the mood. After the game, during the game, of course, it's tense, but after the game, after we've won, such a fantastic feeling that it is. And the sports newspapers this morning in Barcelona, of course, very, very happy. Sport have gone here with Masters of the Bernabeu, which to be honest is absolutely accurate. For once, they got it spot on. Masters of the Bernabeu, we are conquering right now in Real Madrid's own backyard. MD have gone with lethal final. We're into the final, but also we were lethal in front of goal last night. But on to the breaking news here, away there from the Spanish reports. Jordi Alba has officially renewed his contract at Barcelona, which I think here is really big news. It has been going on now for a few months. There's been talks between the two parties. Alba has never ever hid that he wants to stay here. He actually wants to retire at Barcelona if he possibly can, and he has signed a brand new 5-year deal which will keep him at Barcelona until 2024, and in that contract there is a 500 million release clause. Clearly he's here for the majority now of his career. He's welcomed here of course with open arms, a massive player in our team, somebody right now who we don't even have a replacement for in our squad. Great with a link up with Lionel Messi. I think Alba remaining at Barca, it's good news. But on to another player currently at Barcelona, and a player that I think actually recently has been in good form, and that is Ivan Rakitić. And I want to talk about Rakitić simply because after the game against Sevilla on last weekend, Rakitić came out after the game and he was basically asked about the reports that we've been hearing about a move to Inter Milan. In the Italian media, they've really been going on and on and on about Rakitić moving to Serie A this summer. Rakitić was asked about that and he basically said the following. He said, I wake up, I have my morning coffee, I'm reading through these reports and I actually laugh to myself reading it here. I've got 3 more years on my contract at Barcelona and I want to stay here and I plan on doing that. So Rakitić there completely denying those rumours, but just days after he said that, that did not stop Gazzetta dello Sport, who once again had come out with these big reports linking in with Inter. They basically say that Inter and Rakitić have an agreement. They've been in advanced talks now for quite a while, they've spoken to each other, Rakitić has agreed, and basically Inter now are trying to find the right fee. Barcelona want around 45 million, Inter only want to pay 35, and the Italian media believe that we'll sort of meet in the middle there and sell Rakitić this summer for around 40 million euros. They even go as far to say that last Monday, Barca representatives actually met with Inter sporting director Pierre Osilio and the chief executive Marotta in a secret meeting to discuss Rakitić's exit. Now, that's very interesting. Rakitić completely denying everything, but in the Italian media, things appear to be moving quite swiftly forward. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. That, for me right now, is completely unclear. But now, onto some potential incomings at Barcelona this summer. And I've been trying to fit this video in. I've been trying to get you this news simply because with everything going on, it's difficult sometimes to get all the news to you guys. But first of all, let's talk about André Onana.
Do you want a drink? No, thanks for asking.
Onana. And the reason that I want to talk about Onana
Don't act like you know me,
is simply because a few days ago at the start of the week, Cat Radio came out with basically a report saying that we were very interested in Ajax's goalkeeper André Onana, who of course we all know very well. He's been good at Ajax. We saw him recently in the Champions League against Real Madrid, but we also saw him of course in Barcelona colours. He came through the youth academy between 2010 and 2015, and he is even a graduate of Samuel Eto'o's youth academy. And basically Cat Radio said Barca are definitely interested, and they even said that a price tag of just 20 million euros was on Onana's head this summer. A price tag there which did seem on the low side considering he has really impressed there over the past few seasons, and a lot of clubs right around Europe are interested in his services. However, it didn't take long then for the media in Holland to get wind of that story and then do their own digging, do their own research, and De Telegraaf, who are a very reliable source in the Netherlands with regard to Ajax and Ajax players, they have followed up here with a story on Onana, and they actually say they spoke to his agent and his agent said, yes, Barcelona are interested in signing Onana this summer. However, the fee wouldn't be 20 million, but closer to 30 to 35 million euros in the summer transfer window. So certainly there's interest. We do want Onana, but the question is, are we going to pay that money? And most importantly, what does that mean for Jasper Cillessen? Now, I move on to talk about Cillessen simply because if we are interested in signing Onana, that does lead me to believe that we may have doubts that whether Cillessen is going to continue this summer. Obviously, up until now, I think he's been an absolutely incredible backup goalkeeper. We have had some brilliant backups here over the years, but Cillessen really is a model professional. He always conducts himself brilliantly, and he is a wonderful, wonderful goalkeeper. And to be honest, if he did move on this summer, you wouldn't really begrudge him of going somewhere, being number one, playing week in, week out at the top level, because there's no doubt about it, he can do that. But MD have come out today and they basically said that Jasper Cillessen has a 60 million euro release clause in his contract, and Barcelona want the full amount. If he's going to leave this summer, if a club wants to come and get him, they are going to have to pay 60 million euros, which I have to say, you look at the fees for Kepa, for Alisson, yes, they're good keepers, good potential there, but Jasper Cillessen, he's a great keeper too, so there's no reason at all why we shouldn't demand huge money, simply because he is a huge, huge player. But if Cillessen does want to go, he will certainly go with our blessing, and if he does, Onana could be brought in as our second goalkeeper this summer. But now I want to move on to our striker search, and in particular, of course, to Luka Jovic, the Eintracht Frankfurt striker who is currently on loan from Benfica. A lot of people are sort of wondering how that deal would work if we did want to sign Luka Jovic in the summer. Would we go to Frankfurt? Would we go to Benfica? Basically, what is happening with him right now, he's on loan from Benfica. It's going to be a 2-year loan by the end of the season, and then they have the option, Frankfurt, to actually buy him outright for 6 million euros. Obviously, they're going to do that. They have the option. They're going to take that option. And then, of course, in the summer, they are going to sell him on for massive, massive money. They're going to times that several times over, make a lot of money, and Benfica are going to be thinking, damn it, that was a bad clause. Why did we do that? But Jovic then will be a Frankfurt player. They are going to sell him on reportedly. We've already spoken to them. We've already spoken to the player, and we are one of the first in line to get our hands on this man. And MD came out earlier on this week with a very interesting stat, I think, that basically said Barcelona have sent scouts to watch Jovic on 14 occasions right throughout this season so far. So not just once, not just twice, we've not just gone over there to watch him 2 or 3 times. They have sent scouts to watch him 14 different times this season in a number of different games, number of competitions, and that there says to me, this is a guy that we're very serious about. We want to sign him. He is high on our list of priorities, and I think he could be the man right now. You're looking at a long-term Suarez replacement. Jovic certainly seems the Barcelona board's pick, and right now, we are in pole position. And I will actually add to that story simply because you look at Jovic, you look at the fact that he will be available this summer. Frankfurt do want to sell, and potentially he would be interested in coming. One player that may not is Timo Werner, a player that we have been linked with right throughout our time of looking for a new number 9. He has been linked, but in the German media, apparently he is off to Bayern. Sportsbild have come out, again, a pretty reliable source when it comes to Bayern Munich. They say that Bayern have reached a complete agreement with the player. They've agreed it with Werner, the contract, everything like that. It's all done. It's his ambition to go and play for the German Giants, and apparently, according to Sportsbild, the transfer will either take place this summer if they can agree a fee with Leipzig, but if not, they're happy to wait, because in 2020, in the summer of 2020, he will be free to go when his contract expires. So I think most likely, as you've seen many occasions in Germany, Bayern often do cherry pick from the teams around them. They may sell for a cut price this summer, given the fact they will not want to lose him for free, but Werner does seem to be on his way to Bayern, and that's one more target scratched off our list. And finally, guys, just before I do leave you, obviously yesterday's game I mentioned in the build-up that it would be Ernesto Valverde's 100th game in charge of Barcelona, and I just want to bring you his record overall from those first 100 games in charge. He has 68 out of a possible 100 wins, 23 draws, 9 losses in that time, with 241 goals scored and 80 goals conceded, giving him a goal difference there of plus plus 161 goals. So certainly in terms of the stats there, Ernesto Valverde, very, very solid as a Barcelona coach, and that's something really that we all accept. In general, in terms of consistency, he will get you results, he will get you some goals, he'll get you wins, and of course, that will lead to trophies. But on Saturday against Real Madrid, we just want to see that raise in performance. We want to see our level and our bravery and our ambition really just upped a bit more, and hopefully at the Bernabeu in the league, we will see once again a win over Real, and potentially coupled with a brilliant performance. That's all coming up, guys. The match preview coming up tomorrow for you, of course. But until then, guys, leave your thoughts in the comments down below on all the subjects that we have covered today. And of course, earlier on today, I did post a video about what we need to change ahead of our trip to the Bernabeu once again on Saturday, what we need to do differently to really raise that level. Go and check that out if you haven't already. Thank you indeed for watching. I will see you soon. But until then, as always, Visca El Barça.